have houses and land. Some folk choose silver and gold. This is what I grew up on. But these things that they treasure and forget about their soul. But I decided to make Jesus my choice. Did they ever say it? The roads get rough and the going gets tough and the hills are hard to climb, but I started out a long time ago, but there is no doubt in my mind. I decided to make Jesus my choice. Glory to God, I love you. Woo-wee. There is no doubt in my mind, in my mind, in my mind, in my mind. I decided to make Jesus. He still is my choice. I decided, yes, to make Jesus my choice. Every day of my life, and it wasn't a hard decision. I decided to make Jesus my choice. Go church, say, I am so grateful that I have Christ. He's in my life. Here's the real question. What would my life be? Play Bobby. Without him, it would be dark. It would be dark and drear. When I am sad, he cheers me. And when I'm lonely, my comfort he will be. So that's why I'm grateful. Truly grateful. Oh, I am so grateful that I have Christ. He's in. He's in my life. Oh, yeah. You want a hashtag, he's in my life. Victory, I've got it. Hey.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us for our victory experience for Bible study tonight. I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things for me. First, I'm going to ask you, thank you. Let me do that first. Let me thank you for being here. Thank you for being on for our Bible study. So, I want you to do a couple of things for me since we are already here. First thing I want us to do is hit that share button, hit the word out that we are live tonight for Bible study. We are live tonight. Thank you all so very much. Thank you all so much. Those that are joining on YouTube, on Facebook, thank you all so much. I appreciate your presence more than tongue can tell. Second thing I'm gonna ask you to do is comment. Comment. Let us know that you're watching us. If you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook, right there in the comment section, I want you to let us know. Send us some words. Send us some good evening, good morning, good whatever it is, wherever you are. Be in the chat. We want to make sure everybody is a part of what we're doing here at Victory. So thank you all so much for all that you do. I want to make sure that you all can hear me. If y'all can hear me, just go ahead and put something in the chat. Just want to do that as our sound test, do our sound test. A couple of announcements. Let me get these announcements out of the way. First thing is on this Sunday, we have communion. Join us at 10 a.m. around the table. Join us at 10 a.m. around the table. Uh, Join us at 10 a.m. around the table. Join us at 10 a.m. around the table this Sunday at Victor Community Church. We're going to meet around the table for communion. We're going to partake in this time of meal of remembering the sacrifice of Christ in Calvary this Sunday at 10 a.m. Also, this month of May, coming into the month of May, we're having our series for the month of May, and She Lives. And She Lives. It's our Women's Month. I'm going to ask everybody that can join us for this month of events, this month of celebration. A couple of things we have. I'm going to go through our May events really quick. So I'm going to ask you to just stick with me for a little while. First, we have our prayer, Wednesday night prayer at 7 p.m. on Zoom. We're going to have that on Wednesday, May the 7th. Wednesday, May the 7th at 7 p.m. Remember, we're going to have Bible study Tuesday, May 13th. Our Mother's Day service is going to be at 10 a.m. On 10 a.m. on the 11th of May. Children Youth Sunday. It's going to be Sunday, May 25th at 10 a.m. All parents, I'm going to ask that you do this for me. Go ahead and screenshot this for me. And so you can start submitting your children's information. Let me put me back on the screen for a second. We need this information. We need this information for a couple of things. One, when you submit your children, we can acknowledge what they have and are doing. Two, we're going to make sure that this day is as important, and we acknowledge all of our children that we can acknowledge on that day, but we cannot acknowledge that we don't have. So we're asking everybody for the Youth Sunday, May 25th, whether you're going to be there or not. Submit your papers, submit your information for your children. Screenshot this, and please, sir, please, ma'am, submit your information. This Saturday at 9 a.m., we were going to have a meeting about prayer at 9 a.m. At 9:45, we're going to have breakfast at 9:45, and right after that at 10:15, we're going to have the upper room. All champions are asked to attend the upper room on Saturday, May the 3rd. Sunday, May 18th, we're going to have our Live service. Sunday worship on May the 18th at 10 a.m. Our speaker is going to be Pastor Tiffany Jackson. I'm telling you all, you do not want to miss this powerhouse woman of God. And if you have not done so already, I don't know what you're waiting on. This year is going to be amazing. Our women's ministry is going to be hosting their women's conference 2025. It's going to be May 23rd and 24th. You don't want to miss our women's conference. Our women's conference is going to be amazing, led up by our executive pastor / first lady / elder, Sheikah Petaway. She hates all of that, but I do it because she don't like it. Y'all can't do that. Just leave that to me. Our executive pastor, Sheikah Petaway. Also, the women are going to go to the Woodlands. They're going to have a day of shopping, lunch and shopping in the Woodlands. So please go to our website. Go to our website. I said all of that to say this. Go to our website, everythingvictory.org, and you can get all of that RSVP information to you as soon as possible. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Oh, y'all registered. Somebody put in the chat for me. Have you registered for the upper room? Have you registered for the women's conference? I'm telling y'all, it's a great thing. And so I'm excited about what God is doing here throughout the ministry for Victory Community Church. So thank you so much, those that have been participating through what we have been doing. I'm going to go ahead and get into tonight's lesson. We're coming out of Joel chapter 2, the book of Joel chapter 2, verse 25. And it says this, I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten, the great locust and the young locust and the other locusts and the locust swarm, my great army that I sent among you. I wanted to talk about this thought again that we started getting excited about on Sunday. The years you thought were wasted. The years you thought were wasted. And so I really want to talk about this thing of lost time. That there's a mantra, a saying that we use. I lost track of time, and it's normally meaning that I was somewhere longer. I did something longer than I was supposed to. I know I said 8:00, but I lost track of time. I lost time. I was tracking time and I lost it. And sometimes what I've realized is that losing time normally means you stayed somewhere longer than you expected to. Y'all don't want to talk to me. Yeah, and the amazing thing of time is that God is the only one that does not count time. Because we understand that God is the God of everything and everywhere. He is the God that steps out on nothing and made everything. That he is the God that it does not matter to him how long something takes, because he does not exist in time. He exists in eternity, that there is no clock in time. In eternity, there's only a clock in time. And so when you talk about the years you thought were wasted, it only matters what was wasted in time's measurement when you're worried about something that is trapped and limited based upon time. Let me say it again. Time only matters when you're worried about things that are affected by time. And so when God says, I'm going to repay you everything that you've lost, I'm going to repay you the time, he's literally saying that what you lost track of, I have the ability, the authority, and the power to give back to you the thing that you thought was not give backable. Let me say it a different way. You thought you could not replace time because once you lost it, it was gone. God says, I can give it to you on the backside. And so the thing that you thought was lost, I'm going to give more to you. And because the years you thought was wasted, I'm going to repay you. Somebody put that in the chat for me. Repay. Let's get to these because I want to really deal with this first and second point tonight. The cost of what was consumed. See, I'm in a season of my life that I'm realizing that the enemy has taken this stance of making the loss of things demonic. That we feel like when I am losing things, it's the devil. But I've been around enough, I've seen enough that I understand that God has a way of adding on the backside. So he doesn't weigh the scale until the battle is over. God does not use his end measurement God does not peek at the score until the battle is over. But I've learned that some of my loss were of divine influence, not demonic attack. That sometimes the exit of things, people, out of my life were not demonic attacks, but were by divine influence. That it was in his divine interference that I got to push some people out of my life. It was through divine interference that things that I thought I couldn't live without, God says, I will snatch it from you. Ooh. Have anybody besides me say that sometimes the cost of what was consumed? Ooh. Do you come on, y'all? We like to talk about Mary. You don't know the cost of the oil. Have you ever taken an assessment of the things that you lost along the way? Ooh. Yeah, I'm not saying. See that there's a mantra that says having more, having more things collected. Yeah, I can say it like that. Having more things collected is a design image of blessed. That people will say because you have more, because you've been with God. That a sign that God has been with you is the things that you have. But what this text teaches us is sometimes the presence of God is seen in your life by the things that you've lost along the way. Woo. How many times has God come and taken things out of your life just to show you I'm with you? It's in the clarity. Yeah. You had so much stuff you couldn't sleep. So God started taking the stuff, and now you got rest. God says that you thought it was a demonic attack, but this was divine intervention. Come on, let's put it back on the screen because I want to make sure. I really want to teach this Sunday, but I got time tonight. That I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten, the great locusts, the young locusts, the other locusts, and the locust swarm, my great army that I sent among you. The army that I sent among you. Have you ever thought about what you lost is a reflection of the time that God came to? What if I told you that sometimes the only time, in some seasons, the only time God visits you is to snatch some stuff, take some stuff, to pull some stuff? Because some of us are struggling. Some of us have really, let me talk about myself, that there's a season in life that I went through losing, and it was the only time my prayer life was strong. Yeah, let me talk for myself. It was in those seasons of lack and loss were the times where I prayed the best. My money didn't get better when I prayed, but my relationship with God was strong. I had fake friends. They didn't become real friends, but my prayer life got better. I've been in seasons where I felt like I wasted. It was in those seasons of divine interference that came to snatch. I feel like I get one step ahead. Here comes some snatch. And the problem was that I put that I gave, ooh, man, I'm finna tell my own story. I gave the devil credit for God's actions. Oh my God. It was in God's removing of things out of my life that I started binding the devil and said to the devil, you was a lie, devil, you won't win, devil, you cannot win, devil, you can't have my stuff. And not knowing until I get to the other side, it was God the whole time. Oh man. Because sometimes God, it took maturity in me to realize that sometimes I said God didn't answer my prayers. He just said no. It took maturity for me to say, it's not that God didn't answer you, it's you didn't like his answer. And because he didn't do what you wanted him to do, you said he didn't do it. Anything. But he did do something. Yeah. So let's talk about this, the cost of what was consumed. The cost. Anybody besides me pay the cost? Yeah, you've lost something. That relationship with God has cost you some stuff. That what I've learned is that God, though he walked through the garden with Adam, what I think I've really learned about him is that he's an amazing pruner. That he will prune to chip away pieces of plants that they cut the pieces off that are not good for the plant. That they prune. God is an amazing pruner. He never wants to hurt you. He just cuts it down here. You ever had God just cut you down to what you thought was your bare minimum, and it was at that point, because it's, oh, this God keeps giving it to me. It's in your rock bottom that you realize that he's the rock. It's in your season of loss that you assess what it's cost you. Ooh. See, when you pay the cost for your peace, you will protect it. Oh, man. You will protect your peace because it costs you something. Man, I hope I'm helping somebody tonight. Yeah, I used to shout, but when things like this happen, but now I understand. Everything is not shout. Sometimes I got to sit back and listen because I need to finish getting this thing, because you were speaking to my spirit. I don't need excitement. I need a breakthrough. And so what God will do is, in your season of loss, he'll start letting things snatch. And when you get down to the core, you say, I'm come here, y'all. Come here, Marvin Sapp. I'm stronger. I'm wiser. I'm better. But I don't know any of that without a season of counting the cost of what was consumed. Yeah. I never appreciated what it costs to stay somewhere until I had somebody file eviction on me. Woo! I never knew what it was like. Y'all, oh man. See, and some people, oh man, I'm blessing myself. Some people cannot grow because they keep pivoting instead of counting the cost. Because I used to think that pivot was a great thing to do, but pivoting is a sign that the plan didn't work. And if you don't count the cost and just pivot, you'll end up where you started to go in the first place. Because you don't change because you never counted the cost. Count the cost. God says, I'm going to repay everything the locusts. You don't even know what God is going to repay until you understand the cost of what was consumed. What have you lost along the way? What have you been through? What have you not in counselor terms and therapy terms? What have you not sat with? What have you not dealt with? What have you not been? What have you gone through that you can say, God, I know what it's cost me. This is where I am. I'm not willing to give up because I just didn't get here overnight. It cost me something to get. You don't understand. See, people that don't know the cost don't understand why you protect what you got left. Because this is what God wanted me with. He took the stuff he didn't want me with. So I understand the cost of it because I know what I lost. And I'll dive deeper into that for a second. Let's go back to this text because I really want to deal with this. That he said, I will repay you the years the locusts have eaten the great. God didn't send just, even though he picked one insect, he didn't pick one type of insect. The great locust, the young locust, the other locusts, the locust swarm. My great army that I sent every form of locust upon you. And you couldn't defend yourself against the locust because it cost you something. Let me go to my second one. The first is the cost of what was consumed. The second one is the commitment of a covenant-keeping God. I want y'all to put this word in the chat for me. Commitment. Commitment, 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 commitment. Commitment. I serve a God that is committed to keeping his covenant. Yeah. He keeps his covenant with me. And because he keeps his covenant, when he said it, that was it. When God said what he's going to do, that was enough for me. Didn't have to do anything. Him saying it was enough. So, well, Pastor, why are you saying that? Because if I understand the him that said it, then what he says has weight. He's committed to me. Yeah. He's committed to me because he said he would. The only grace I have is that God said he would do it. That's the only celebration I have, the only peace I have, the only excitement I have throughout my entire week. It's God said he would be with me. He says, I'm going to repay you. That's the only excitement I have out of everything that I got going on. The most exciting thing of my week is that God said he's going to be with me. I would be into all kinds of other stuff, but God said he was going to be with me. I would be in a state of unrest, but God said he would be with me. I would be worried, but God said, whoo, because when God said he would be with me, it trumps everything else. Because when God said he was going to repay it, what else are we talking about? What else are we talking about if God says I'm going to repay it? Tell me. I'm listening. Give me the Give me the argument. Give me the reasoning. Whatever it is you have, I'm listening because his commitment to keeping the covenant with me, it trumps everything else. But he's the one that took it. But he said he's giving it back. He ain't gave it back yet, but he said he was giving it back. Why are you still waiting on him? Because he said it. If he said it, that's it. I'm good. There is no argument from me. And there's a season that we have to get to with God. When God says it, that's it. Whether you agree with it, whether you like it, whether you wanted him to, if he said it, that's it. Are you understanding why I'm saying that we have to? I hope I'm teaching tonight. We have to get to a place to know that God's ability to do it is attached to his word that he said he would. Can he do it? Did he say he was? Yes, then he can do it. I'm only worried about him being able to do what he hadn't said he would do. I'm only worried about the only limitations I see with God is him doing what he said he would do. Anything outside of that, I don't know if he can do that because he didn't say he would. But if he said he would, he can do it. And I find peace in that. I'm done. I'm not gonna be long tonight. I really can't stay on if I wanted to, because I'm gonna get happy and start preaching. If he said it, that's it. His ability to do it is attached to him saying it. Why? Genesis 1. When he said, "Let there be light," there is no example. There is no reference before him saying, "Let there be," that there was. But at his word, "Let there be," made what wasn't possible become possible because the one that had the power spoke it. So that's why I say, did you get a word from God? Not did God do it. Because if you got a word, him doing it is the easy part. Did he say he would? And that settles it. Quit waiting on him to move. Pause and wait for him to talk. Because when he talks, he'll tell you, "I'll repay it." Come here, I'm done. Let me put it on the screen one more time. I'm done. I ain't even going to my third point. I will repay you the years the locusts have eaten, the great locusts, the young locusts. I will repay. Wait, who will? I will. I'm not going to get somebody else to do it. I'm not going to get nobody else to put it in. I am going to repay it. Watch this. He says, I'm going to repay it, but I know who came to take it. Oof. And the real hard thing is, I'm the one that sent them. But anything I let happen to you, I can give it back to you. Why? Because I'm going to repay it. I'm going to see. This is. I'm done for real, y'all. I got to stop because I feel a preach coming on. That you have to get to a place in God that you'll say, "Hey, Pastor, I heard what they was talking about, but this is where I'm struggling." Where you struggling at? Y'all ready for this? This is finna mess you up. He says, "I'm going to repay you for the time it took you to lose it." So your losing season, the time you were in loss, is what I'm going to pay you back. I'll repay you for the years the years you lost. I'm going to give it back to you. I hope I'm helping somebody tonight. Man, this is too good for me. That the years you lost, God says, you're going to get the experience The years you got experience, I'm going to give the years back to you. But you can keep the experience and the time. Woo. God says in this season, he's giving out free experience. Woo. I'm done. I got to stop. I'm done. God says, I'm going to give you the stuff and the time, but you're going to keep the experience. So in your next round, in your next season, you're going to be able to act like you should have acted the first time that you lost the stuff. But I'm going to repay you the stuff and the time. I'm done. I'm done. God, we love you. We thank you. We honor you, God. I got to stop tonight. Thank you, God, for your peace, your power, your anointing, your ability to stick and stand with us. God, we ask that you bless your people, hold and keep, protect and make strong. The only name that matters. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank y'all so much. Let's do tonight. Let's sow in the tens. I want everybody to sow something tonight. I want everybody to give something tonight. So tonight, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever you feel led to. 60, 70, 80, 90. It's so on the tens. One and a zero. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Whatever you feel led to sow. I'm going to ask everybody, though. Everybody. I need everyone to sow tonight. Everyone to sow tonight. I need everyone to sow tonight. A seed tonight. I'm going to ask everyone to sow. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. I want everybody. Let's participate in this together. Let's participate in this together. If this is your night to tithe, please do so, sir. Please, ma'am. Let's do that. Remember, Sunday we're having communion. I'll be preaching. We're starting our new series on Sunday. New series, and she lives this Sunday. Kicks off our new series. Upper Room Saturday. Y'all come out. Let's do this together. I appreciate you all. Love you all. Let's thank God. Let's sow 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Sowing the tens tonight. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. I love you all. Let's go out. Let's go out with a praise tonight.
I've been suffering for. I'm not gonna give up, 'cause he promised me he would do it again. I've been suffering for. I'm not gonna give up, 'cause he promised me he would. I've been suffering for. I'm not gonna give up, 'cause he